Oh, no, I think we just lost Cheryl, but we're going to bring her back. No worries.
Really?
Hopefully
I don't want to hear about how stoned you are. There's no excuses today, fellas.
She was talking about, women being the deciders in the household and how, they have a lot of marketing power.
Hey, Cheryl.
I'm obviously available. It's the fastest way to reach me.
Hello, Cheryl. Sorry about that. We lost connection.
I'm sorry. We lost the call.
I know. I'm sorry. You were talking about how the cannabis industry would be a better opportunity for women and how them being involved. Can you continue where you left off?
We're talking about women in the industry. That's one of the reasons I started the mentoring program. Women are outnumbered in the cannabis community, and I think women are very fearful about losing their children or losing their positions. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to start the mentoring program, to really encourage women to come out, encourage them to work in this industry, have a voice. I think the most important thing is to talk, stand strong, and understand that women are the secret to this entire thing. If you look at the marketing and the focus groups and the studies and all the political analysis, they will tell you that women make the majority of household buying decisions, the majority of healthcare decisions. So it's very, very important to empower those women to get involved in this industry, whether it be supporting us as advocates or whether it be starting businesses, as an entrepreneur or starting, the Tupperware League. We're working on taking it public very soon, and I'm kind of famous for doing my in-home parties. So I eventually see an entire network of whether it be a Tupperware type or an Avon type or some kind of a home party networking and workforce for women all across the country to empower themselves and make extra money in their spare time and be a valid force in this industry.
Definitely agree.
Yeah, what we've seen here, at least in this area, in the New Jersey, Philadelphia region, is a lot of bakers, a lot of women, who just love to bake, but then found that they could actually heal people by using the cannabis oil or in a butter. So we've seen a lot of that. We've even seen a lot of women, start getting into merchandising and, different types of products, because I feel like, most of the products out there at festivals and concerts and things that are cannabis related are like t-shirts and like guy things. And so now we're starting to see women, step up their game and say, well, if the men aren't going to offer us products, that means we have to. So we've been seeing like earrings and like dresses and things for your hair. And, and I think that there's like a large untapped market there that, the women could definitely take charge of.
And I said it all the time. Women will probably be the cornerstone of like legalization nationally.
I hope
so.
So.
There's actually a very interesting
Especially mothers.
In the 1930s, who led the overturn of prohibition. This is a wealthy woman, a woman of high society, a woman with media friends, and a woman with some celebrity friends. Again, back in 1937. And when I read about her story and starting the beginning to the end of alcohol prohibition, it inspired me. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. I'm a woman of high society. I have celebrity friends. I have media connections. Why can't I lead a movement to overturn cannabis prohibition? And that's exactly what we're doing. We're leading it. I call it my little Charlie's Angels army of women.
Nice.
Cannabis prohibition, and that's exactly where we are. And I hope people will get on board. I think it's a great time to be involved.
Oh yeah. Hey Cheryl, speaking of celebrities, who would you say is your number one celebrity to smoke with?
Who's my number one celebrity?
Yes.
Smoker.
To smoke with.
You know something? I love every single celebrity I work with, but I would have to say one of my favorites is Elijah Wood. We spent a lot of time, 5 years, working on Wilfred together, and I love.
Who is that? Sorry. Elijah?
Elijah Wood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I never took him for a smoker.
I knew Frodo got high.
I love Elijah. No, he's a sweetheart. I mean, what I love about him, my youngest daughter has a crush on him, and, we stay on every single 4 or 5 years on Wilfred. And what I love about that is it really opened up the possibility for product placement in television.
Yeah.
I built out pretty much every single marijuana-related product on the show, built out the entire dispensary to eradicate drug use on the show. And I love the fact that his character played a medical marijuana patient, and the show evolved around the cannabis plants and Wilfred and the dog and how he loved his bong and all that. But I loved it because it was a great breaking ground for television. It was the first time product placement had ever been done in television. And I liked him as a person. I think he's done a lot to mainstream cannabis with the show and also with his first story. The character had a mood disorder and used cannabis to make him better. So, and I like him personally. He's a great guy. So for me, see people like that who are considered mainstream versus the stereotypical people who've always been associated with cannabis, I think that's where we need to go to the next level.
Yeah, hell yeah,
I think Ms. Schumann, I had kind of pitched you something a few weeks back. This is Weedman again. I pitched you something a few weeks back. We could go a long way. I'm pushing it again. You know, the Odd Couple. I kind of pitched her a show. I want me and her to do a show as the Odd Couple, and we can show those stereotypes you were just talking about. I would gladly play my role. Think about it for real.
We have reality series in development too, you guys. We'll have to come on it.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
I have a development deal with Lawrence and Clever. We have each shows in development right now, and the shows will basically chronic document those artists. I can take my company public. We're trying to letter of intent with OSLH, which is a publicly traded company. The show itself is going to basically evolve and document the building of this new company and the people we come on the journey along the way. So, in the future, when we start filming again, I would love to you guys be on the show.
All right, you heard that? In the meantime, start working on a script.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I'm ready.
Hey, Cheryl, this is Lefty. Cheryl, this is Lefty Grimes. You were on the Ricky Lake show, right?
Yes, almost 2 years ago now.
2 years ago, okay. Because I was on that show a few times myself, and you were actually more productive than me. I was on there. I smashed a guitar over my head. I didn't really do too much. I smashed a guitar over my head on Ricky Lake, and she brought me back because of that. And I smoked a joint back.
Boy.
Yeah, I smashed a guitar, and I smoked a joint backstage. Did you get to smoke any weed with Ricky?
I vaped it.
You didn't get to smoke weed with Ricky?
I vaped it.
Oh, you vaped it with Ricky?
I took my vaporizers on, of course.
Oh.
I do.
That's what I do.
Yes.
I love Cheryl.
I vaporized on Ricky Lake. I vaporized on everywhere I go, you guys, just for giggles.
There you go.
Why not?
Just I have here. That's the whole point. It's not about the vape. It's about getting people talking. When people see fire up the vape pen on Fox News, CNBC, or CNN, the first thing they say is, "Oh my God, vaping marijuana on TV?" Yes, I am. Hello. Very shocking.
Hell yeah. People want to see that.
Cheryl, before we leave, I just have one quick question. Here's the Cannabis King. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm not going to lie.
Wait a minute. You're the Cannabis King, but she's the Cannabis Queen, right?
Damn straight.
Okay.
Are you married?
No, we're not married, no. I actually met you in the Boston Freedom Rally 2 years ago. I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
How does it feel to be the most hated cannabis activist? I mean,
am I the most hated cannabis?
I love you, but it seems like everybody has something against you, and I don't understand why.
Not me.
We love you. We all
not
love you.
Great. Not a fully
This is
baked
Weed
radio.
Man, and I want to work with you. I want to work with you. That's not me saying that.
I shield myself from negative energy. So you tell me, why do you think I'm the most interested?
I don't know. I don't have a clue because I met you, and we talked, we spoke, and you are an awesome person, but it seems like other activists, they just can't stand you for some reason. I think they're jealous.
People are crazy. Weedman has haters too, man.
I have haters.
we all have
I
haters.
think women especially face a lot of scrutiny.
Here's what I think. I mean, without knowing exactly what the structure is, here's the thing. Okay, and what when I first came out of the club in 2007, no one had ever heard of CBD. That's the first thing. In 2007, when I came out of the closet as the first mainstream woman to publicly not only talk about marijuana, but to smoke marijuana, to vaporize marijuana, to cook with marijuana on camera for not just CBS, but CNN, Fox News, you name it. I mean, I hit the media hard, and I was everywhere. I continue to be everywhere. So here's my thinking. First of all, I'm a mainstream woman that lived in Beverly Hills, right? Some people don't like me just because of where I live or the way I dress. And you also have to understand that you have a lot of elders here, and I refer to them as the elders because, quite frankly, without people being on their 60s and the whether being grown or whoever, there's been a number of people who've bled for this plant, who've gone to jail for this plant, who've lost their families, their jobs, their children for this plant, and they feel for plant. Agreed. I agree with you.
Yeah, definitely.
There are people, we still need to get people out of prison for this plant. We need to make sure that CPS doesn't take our children anymore. And then comes Cheryl Schumann. And I think some people feel like, who is this woman to glamorize marijuana? Well, we still have people in jail, right? But what they don't understand from the media strategy is media puts out what they want to. So do you want to put out media that has a woman from Beverly Hills dressed in a suit or an evening gown showing a glamorous lifestyle where marijuana is seen and publicly accepted, just the same as I do cannabis tastings. I want to show that marijuana is just accepted as having a glass of wine for dinner.
Yep.
Some people hate me because I have quote unquote glamorized it. The things I read is like, that woman doesn't care about prison. That woman doesn't care about people getting arrested. It's not that I don't care. The bottom line is the media puts out what they want to. I cannot force them to do a story on prison population or people getting arrested. I can't make them do that. The most important thing is to start getting the conversation started. If they wanted to document what I do, this is what I do. I do cannabis tastings and mansion parties with high society people, celebrities, rich people, etc. That's what I do. That's my life. But
amen to you. Thank you.
Keeping people open, whether it be at the farmers market, when they got shut down. I was down there fighting for patients' rights, holding press conferences, talking for signs, etc.
That's right.
And people look at that. People who hate me, from my understanding, are people who feel like, who is she? She doesn't represent me. She's not fighting for me. But what they don't understand, I am.
Yep.
Because the media that I generated, which has been over $1 billion worth of media, people need to wake up and smell the cannabis here.
No.
Do you think that we
That's
would have
going to
public
go.
approval ratings if I had not done the media that I have?
Exactly.
Yeah, we definitely recognize that part. And
that's why I love you personally, hon.
Yeah, and I think people need to redirect their anger towards the DEA and the Department of Justice and all the federal agencies, all the haters, people from Project Sam. They're the real people to be mad at. They're the people ruining people's lives. And in the cannabis,
right. You're
in the cannabis
right.
movement,
I said where people hated me because I wear a suit on TV. They're like, who is that bitch wearing a suit on TV? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to dress appropriately for television because I'm representing the entire movement, and I want to show that it's a professional business. This is real business, real professionals, and we are changing the course of history. So in my opinion, quite frankly, I don't care if people hate me or not. I really don't care.
That's what I say a lot.
My position is true and pure, and I am not going to stop until we get this thing legalized, and I don't care if people love me or not.
That's
I
want to work with you, Miss Schumann.
Getting people out of jail, period.
Hey, Cheryl, I'm glad that you actually brought up
my attitude, love me or hate me, you cannot deny I am an unstoppable force in this industry, and I'm not going anywhere until I accomplish my mission.
Hell yeah, like that. You know what, Cheryl? I'm actually glad that you brought up the lifestyle that you live, because me personally, this is Flip. I live in the inner city a little bit, and we get stereotyped all the time of drug use and illegal activity.